Reet then lads and lasses, how we're doing, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you very much for joining me as Newcastle United find out our third round opponents in the FA Cup. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm a fair few minutes late here. I do apologise, but just take into consideration, I was eating in the Chinese 10 minutes ago, so I do think I have a little bit of leeway here. But look, nevertheless, the draw does start at 7 PM, I believe it is, on BBC Two. So, of course, I will relay whatever opponent we get to you. But in the meanwhile, let's just talk. Hello, Nathan. Hello, NUFC Edits. Hello, MFS. Hope you're okay. Where are you from, MFS? You're from somewhere far away, aren't you? Is it New Zealand you're from, I believe it is? Hello, Connor. Hope you're okay, brother. Hello, JJ Seema, Vicky. It is New Zealand. Wow, okay. Hope you're okay. Okay, everyone. Hello, Jack. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. In the 1 second, 11 minutes we've got to share, lads and lasses. Let's just talk about Newcastle United, shall we? And then we'll get on to the FA Cup third round draw, which I must say, you know, I really do love the FA Cup. Seriously, of course, you've got to love the league and the European competitions, but I love the FA Cup. It's so traditional. You can have so many upsets. We haven't won it for a fair few years, to say the least. I absolutely love the FA Cup. You know, getting a lower league team, playing your players who you wouldn't regularly play. I don't know why. I like it for everything involved. I really don't know why. Hello, Trevor. Hope you're okay. Hello, says Connor. The mighty Accrington Stanley will play Newcastle United. Bloody hell. Accrington Stanley, okay. Mighty as well. Fair enough, mate. I want Sunderland at home, says Holly. Do you know what it is? I'm praying for Sunderland at home. Do you know what it is, lads? Can everyone do like a minute silence? We've got to put it into the gods that we're going to get Sunderland today. I'm absolutely praying. I know we got them away in the FA Cup. Was it the third round as well last year? Obviously. We know what happened, lads and lasses, in this very seat as well. But I really do want them at St James's Park. It'll be the first derby I've ever went to. I think the last time we played a derby at St James's Park, I would have been like, what, 9 years old? So yeah, it'll be the first ever derby I can actually go to. Unfortunately, I didn't get tickets for the Stadium of Light last season. Refresh my memory, the third round is when the Premier League clubs not involved in European football enter, or do all Prem clubs enter this round? Honestly, I'm not too sure, Connor, if European teams from the Premier League, obviously, enter in this round. I know in the Carabao Cup it is different. They come in the fourth round, is it? Or the third round, and we enter the second. I don't actually know. 2016 was the last. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the 1-1 with Mitrovic at St James's Park, and obviously the other one at the Stadium of Light. Why do Sunderland versus Newcastle United hate each other? It goes back quite a few years, mate, just to say the least. You would have been 8, fair enough. I would have been around the same age, mate. Anyways, though, hello, Samuel. I've got something I do want to say. I know we've been doing the lives recently on the YouTube channel, but I'm thinking, I don't know whether it's actually better to do daily news as a video or a live. I don't know what's better, lads and lasses. I thought the lives would be better. You know, they've been doing pretty decent the last two that I've done, but I just have a feeling like the videos would be more productive, and then when we do have like an FA Cup draw or a live watch along, that's when we can go live. I don't know if you want to have your input on that, lads and lasses. Whatever's better, doing the videos or doing the lives. Preferably, I would prefer doing the videos, maybe, I guess. I know it does take more time, more effort, as well as doing the TikToks and the Facebook and the Instagram and all that stuff, but I do think the videos could potentially be more productive. I do think they could, lads and lasses, and obviously, I know you can with the live, but with the videos, you can watch them at any time you want. With the lives, it's a little bit different, you know. You might want to get there for when the live is on in itself. Has live on the other channel. Yeah, a fair few people's live. I prefer it so we can give more thoughts on it. If Newcastle beat Liverpool and Brentford, then we can go on a run. Do it your way. I genuinely don't know what to do. Whether to go live or just the videos, lads and lasses. I really, really don't know. We'll go back to a video tomorrow and we'll see what the crack is, ladies and gentlemen. What time does the draw start? It starts at 7 o'clock, Riley. precisely 7 o'clock on the, 7 minutes on the dot. I think it's on BBC Two. I'm hoping it is. Strictly Come Dancing finishes at 7 o'clock, so it should be straight after that, lads and lasses. Hi Josh, I love your vids. Thank you very much, mate. Liverpool at home, says Toby Allen. What's your prediction? Ladies and gentlemen, get your score prediction in for Liverpool at home. I'm going to be quite honest, as we probably shouldn't be, I'm really not confident. If we're playing Liverpool, who's, just about unbeaten in the Premier League, apart from a very rare slip-up, it's Anfield to Nottingham Forest. They've been on fine form. We really haven't. Look, I'm going to say 1-0 Newcastle. Do I think that's going to be the score? Absolutely not, but I can't go against my own club. Yeah, I don't think we'll win the game, let's just say that. But you never know, it's just like Newcastle United to not get a shot against Crystal Palace and beat Liverpool genuinely 1-0 through a Alexander Isak goal or some moment of madness. Just like against Arsenal when it looked like they should have beat us in that game. Not by the performance, by the way, just because of how the season went. I'd miss the lives, to be honest. They're always great crack. Well, of course, Tim would always go live for the Carabao Cup draw, the FA Cup draw, the live watch-alongs even, and fingers crossed after this season, the Europa or Champions League or even Conference League games. Fingers crossed we can do that. I think we'll sneak a pen and win. Fair enough. 4-0 Liverpool. I wasn't expecting to see that. Not that it's too far off the radar, I must unfortunately admit, but no, lads, I want a little bit of confidence here. I do say that. I did say I didn't think we'd win, so it's quite hypocritical, isn't it? NUFC Edit says 2-1 to Newcastle. JJ Seema says 3-0 to Liverpool. Wow, that doesn't look very promising for us, does it, lads and lasses? I must say, going off recent form, it really shouldn't be either. Like, they've been on some unbelievable form. The likes of McAllister, even Cody Gakpo. Who else is there? Even Darwin Núñez, and oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and refrain from going on about Darwin Núñez at St James's Park. That game last season, that was a very big low point. That's the most angry, the most raging I've ever been after a football match. My head was gone. My head was genuinely gone. I don't even think I done a match reaction because of how angry I was. Like, I'm being dead honest. I think I was absolutely raging. If we humble Liverpool, we get unlimited aura. Okay, fine, 4-2 Liverpool. It's a little bit more positive, mate, isn't it? What's your prediction for Wednesday? Like I said, 1-0 Newcastle to stay positive, and I guess there's a little bit of glimmer of hope in my heart somewhere, just because we daftly love Newcastle United. But I'm going to be real. I'm going to say it, lads, they really should beat us. Like, I know I've got a fair few Liverpool fans who are my mates, and they're telling me they're actually quite nervous for this game for some reason. They've got Everton coming up at Goodison Park. They've got, obviously, St James's Park to come up this Wednesday in 2 days, to be exact. It doesn't feel like we're playing in 2 days. But, yeah, I don't believe what they say. They said that they're quite nervous. I just told them, don't be nervous, lads. The way we've been going on recently, there'll be no need to, unfortunately. Is Botman going to be available on Wednesday? 2 seconds, lads and lasses. I am just quickly getting the YouTube live up and running. The TikTok live up and running. I don't think Botman will be back for the game on Wednesday. I think that is a bit too early. But it was reported by Craig Hope, and I will make a video on this maybe tomorrow, as long as some other news that I do have in the chamber to bring you tomorrow. Sven Botman, 2 months ago now, it was reported that he will be available this month, December. Obviously, it is December now, although being very, very early. But I must say, lads and lasses, I don't think he'll come back just yet. Maybe a little bit longer. What time is the cup announcement? It is at 7 o'clock. Hi, Josh. Hello, bro. Hope you're okay. What's your opinion on Saturday? We deserved nothing, I'm afraid, says Trevor. Lack of goals really disturbing. It's no good. Just putting in a performance when the likes of Liverpool and Man City come to tune. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I said this in the match reaction against Crystal Palace on TikTok. We seem to be the Robin Hood of the Premier League. Like, How can we take points off Man City? Obviously, we beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Not exactly taking points there, but you get the gist of things. Taking points off Arsenal. High and fly in Nottingham Forest, but we can't get a shot on target against Crystal Palace. Like, what's all that about? It does come down to the root of being Newcastle United. That is our identity, unfortunately, lads and lasses. Pardon me. I am just getting the live up. Ladies and gentlemen, please do bear with me on this one. My phone is about to die as well. But like I said, I was in the Chinese like 10 minutes before I went live, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I will read the chats in just a second. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, actually. It's great to see you all back, lads and lasses. FA Cup third round draw, which takes place right now. There we have it. There we go. Hey. Thank you very much for the donation, Gianni Hanlett. I really do appreciate that, mate. Hope you have a great day, and fingers crossed, we're going to have a good draw because of you. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. On BBC Two, get in. Yes, I am locked and loaded on BBC Two now, mate. So, fingers crossed I can bring us some good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Newcastle United, and look recently in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup and the Champions League hasn't been too great, has it? Hello everyone on TikTok, hope you're all okay. Just to let you all know, we are live on YouTube now. As you can see here, if you want to come and join, come say hello. And I would appreciate it. But look, hope you're okay everyone. FA Cup draw is meant to happen right now on BBC Two. So let's see who we get in the FA Cup. Fingers crossed it's not a Man City or a Liverpool or anyone else. I mean, what was it in the Carabao Cup? We got the record for the most Premier League teams drawn in a row. I mean, what was it? Was it starting from the 22-23 season? It was Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Southampton, Manchester United. Knocked out, unfortunately. Season after that, it was Manchester City, Chelsea. I think it might be someone else if I am wrong there. What's your Chinese order, Josh? Well, unfortunately, Trevor, I do say unfortunately, it was still very nice. I was at a Chinese buffet, mate, so it wasn't exactly an order, but I did get sweet and sour chicken, salt and pepper ribs, prawn toast, and whatever else came to my mind. Hello everyone, yet again, lads and lasses, if I don't read the chat on TikTok, we are live on YouTube if you want to come and join in there. James NUFC, thank you very much for the £2 donation, mate. Fingers crossed yet again, your and Gianni's donation brings us a little bit of good luck away from these Manchester Cities. I really would enjoy that, mate. Jazz Toby, hope you're okay, mate. Yet again, we are on YouTube, lads, if I do keep missing you. Who are we getting? It's about to start now, lads and lasses. It is about to start now. It's showing Man United winning the FA Cup here. That's not something we need again. For everybody's sanity, just to say the least. Sorry if there is any Man United viewers in this one. Thank you very much for the gifts, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, sorry if I keep missing them. I am live on here. Thank you very much for that, James, mate. Newcastle United versus Accrington Stanley. As an Accrington fan, fair enough. The mighty Accrington Stanley come to St James's Park. What better scenes could there be, lads and lasses? Anyways, they have got the FA Cup trophy out here. And oh my god, I'm telling you now, by the way, I know I said it before. Sorry to reiterate myself, but I absolutely love the FA Cup. You know, I genuinely, I just, it's got so much history behind it. We've won it a fair few times, to say the least, although not in quite a long while. We won't talk about that. But, oh my god, let's get this over and done with. Let's get Sunderland at home, and I'd be absolutely buzzing. Josh, I need to have a shower, so when I get back, if we have been chosen, look for my comment, because we're going to get Sunderland. Okay. Alright, mate. FA Cup means one thing. The media going on about... I don't know who that is, mate, but I'm guessing that's when Hereford scored against us all them years ago. My dad's told us about that one a few times. Oh, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I did have the 20% thing on my phone there. Like the hair. Looks a bit of a mess at the minute, mate, but it was okay before. They're just blabbering on here, by the way. They want to get this this over and done with. They're always... Do you know what the FA Cup and BBC always really slyly do? They say that the coverage is going to start at like 7 o'clock, and they don't do the draws for like another 10-15 minutes just to get people watching. Fingers crossed. That isn't the case. I don't want to, jinx us here, but you get it. The draws at Old Trafford. We're going to have a stinker. Yeah, probably likely we'll get Manchester United now. If we actually get Man City away today, it's time to, it's time to call it a day, lads and lasses. I'm done with this club's cursed luck. I'm not but... We are number 26, by the way, says Porkycraft. I used to play that back in the day, actually. Yes, we are number 26, and Sunderland, I don't know what number they are, actually, if anyone can inform me. I would appreciate that, lads and lasses. But I do know that we are number 26, yes. Do you think we will win against Brentford in the Carabao Cup? With it being at St James's Park, definitely. If it was at the GTEC Community Stadium, it's a different story. They've been unbelievable there this season. But I don't know. I'm confident. I really am. Although we aren't on the best of form recently, are we? Sunderland are 38. Oh, fair enough then, lads and lasses. Doing a handstand next to each other. We could only pray for times like that. We genuinely could, Madison. Sunderland are 38 and we are 26. All right then, lads and lasses. I'm liking the look of this. My dad loves Newcastle. Oh, your dad must be a very cultured bloke then, Lily. He must be a very nice man, just to say the least. 26 and 38, yes. Who do you want out the draw? Who do I not want? Man City and Liverpool. End of story. I'll genuinely take anyone else, especially at St James's Park. But obviously, however, I want Sunderland every day of the week, even if it's at the Stadium of Light, where, yes, we do have less than a chance rather than at St James's Park, obviously. But I would love to have them, So many people will be saying, oh, I don't want them, my belly rumbles when we play them. However, they're in the Championship for a reason. We'll batter them, lads. By the way, it does look like it is starting now, when they've got the... I'm not going to say it because people will make some inappropriate jokes, but you know what I mean. They've got the things at the turnaround. Greatest derby I ever went to at a stadium of 2006. We were horrendous. First half scored for second half Shearer's last Premier League game. Not bad viewing, is it, Trevor, mate? It's not bad viewing at all. Gakpo or Gordon, said Faris. That's like saying, do you want to live in a house made out of concrete or a house made out of plastic straw, mate? However, it's a pretty much a no-brainer. Thanks very much for the headset. I do appreciate that, I guess, mate. Cheers. They've emptied the... Yes, they have, Liam, mate. You could have put that in other words, but yeah, they have done that. I would love Sunderland in this draw, thump them again. I'd absolutely adore to have Sunderland in this draw. That's the only time I use adore and Sunderland in the same sentence, by the way. Let's not get that mixed up again, please. That jacket is mint. Thank you very much. I do love this jacket, It's so retro, and I do like the trefoil Adidas logo as well. Much preferred to the 3 stripes. What's your opinion on Anthony Gordon? Says drafter players. Ooh. There's been a lot of Newcastle United fans seriously saying Anthony Gordon's not at it this season. He doesn't look like he wants to play for... He wants to join Liverpool. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. End of story. I love Anthony Gordon, I really, really do. Just because he's not had a few, 4 or 5 poor games, it doesn't mean that he's not absolutely brilliant. Put up 20 plus goals and assists last season, 10 goals, 10 assists, and 4 penalties won. However, he's brilliant. I love him, me. Would you take Manchester United away? Funnily enough, lads and lasses, you heard it here in the FA Cup 3rd round draw first. Just say it quietly if any Man United fans are watching. Me and my dad are going to the match. Is it New Year's Day? I might be completely wrong there. Somewhere around them lines. Against Manchester United, obviously. Newcastle v Man United at Old Trafford. But me and my dad are sitting in the home end. For some reason, we've got a habit of that in Manchester. Last season, I sat in the Etihad in the home end, and some grown bloke was hurling abuse at us the whole time. I swear down, I think Dan Burn absolutely halved forward, and then this guy, came up to the back of my head and absolutely shouted, "Tell the ref then, Josh." I'm like, mate, I'm about I'm about 100 foot up in the air. Like, what am I? That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but mate, I'm basically in level 7 of the Etihad here. I can't exactly get in the referee's ear, can I, mate? Just give it a rest, please. Okay? I can't talk to referees just because I've got, a social media presence. That's not what I can do, unfortunately, mate. Would you have Chris Rigg save him from the power of the dark side and back with the Jedi, says Trevor. I'd love Chris Rigg, and of course he's a Geordie lad as well, so why not? Hello, Anthony Gordon. Hope you're okay, bud. Who did Newcastle get? Surprise, surprise. They still haven't started it yet, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, we are, if you wonder what I'm talking to here, we are live on YouTube if you want to come and watch, lads and lasses. It is just Geordie Josh. Yet again, on the YouTube, I forgot to say this, but hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate that. They're taking the time here, like, on there. I don't know. There's some bloke with a Salford United tracksuit on. 3 of our blokes I've never seen before. Hopefully I haven't offended anyone's club legend there. That would be my bad. When does it start? I don't know, lads and lasses. I haven't got a magic ball, unfortunately. But fingers crossed very, very soon. Here off TikTok. Reese, you absolute goat. Who you hoping for? Brackets not Sunderland. I can't really answer that question, and I'm going to be quite honest, mate. I really, really can't. At what hour will we know who we play against? Well, we'll know who we play against in less than an hour, to answer your question, I guess. In the next hour, obviously, we will know who we'll play. I mean, we'll probably know who we'll play in the next 10 minutes, fingers crossed, lads and lasses. When you were at the Etihad home end, were you intimidated into doing the Poznan? Nah, I have morals, lads and lasses. I do have morals to look after. I wouldn't have been caught doing that. They did also sing for the champions stand up, and I didn't stand up, you know. I stood me ground, lads and lasses, and I was surrounded by them. I did actually have my Newcastle shirt on underneath. Cold trim. Thank you very much, Milo. Always gonna love the Geordie Josh channel, no matter the app. Some boy Reese, absolute legend. Opinions on Borough. I don't mean to harm I don't mean to offend you here. Sorry, Joshua. I'm sure you're a very nice lad, and I don't mean this at you personally, but I couldn't care less about Middlesbrough. Would I rather play Middlesbrough than play someone at the same level as them, like Preston North End or something? I know they're below you in the league, but you get the idea. Obviously, I'd rather play Middlesbrough because there's a little something there, but, you know, it is not a derby. Let's just say that, lads and lasses. What channel is it on? I'm not actually sure, you know. I've put it on BBC Two, but I'm sure they chop and change, lads and lasses. I meant Peterborough. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Right, I don't have anything against Peterborough, sorry. I did kind of assume what borough that was there. Sorry if I offended your feelings there, mate. BBC Two now, yeah, they chop and change it all the time. Newcastle United season ticket holder here from Sunderland. From Scotland, hoping for Sunderland. Apologies there, Jamie, mate. Yeah, fingers crossed. And I don't know why it's not started yet. They love doing this, you know, genuinely. Just show who we can get, please, BBC. I'm praying for a Sunderland, though. I really, really am. Opinions on Crew Alexandra. Right, okay, he's taking the mick now, lads. Crew Alexandra is like as exotic as porridge. That's what I think of Crew Alexandra. You can't get more basic than Crew Alexandra. Where even is it? I know it's classed as Crew, but how well, lads? Crew Alexandra, bloody hell. Yes, on BBC Two. Yeah, okay, it might be. It's almost time to start. Well, it looks like it, because they've finally panned back to the camera, where they do draw the balls. Right, go on, make your funny jokes now, lads and lasses. Go on. Crew's my local team. Oh, sorry, Reese. I know fine well I would have offended someone if I started talking about bloody Dumbarton from League One of Scotland. It's just bound to happen. What team do you think we'll get? I think we'll get Sunderland, I'm not going to lie. Bruno has some weird quotes on Insta. Yeah, he has a fair few weird ones, doesn't he? Oh my god, they're still going. Come on, do the draw. I know what they're doing. What's your secret on being so good at the best YouTuber? Well, I do try, mate, but I definitely, I need to get more consistent, and then I can be classed in that category, mate. Same with TikTok as well. For some reason on TikTok, I used to upload every single day, but now I'm just going to have to do it every 2 days, because I think TikTok's really, I think they might have shadow banned us, these past couple of weeks. It's the videos have been going nowhere for some reason. I think it's because the last time I was on live, it got shadow banned for some reason, unfortunately. I don't know why, but it's really, really annoying. I'm a City fan, and it's depressing supporting Manchester City. I've heard it all now. Mate, you won the treble last year. You've won the league 4 times in a row. What you're going on about? It's depressing being a Manchester City fan. That's the worst thing I've ever heard, that, Oh my God. We haven't won a trophy in 70 years, mate. You've won more league titles in the last 2 years than major trophies we won in the last 70. You're not going in a struggle at all, okay? That's absolute jokes. Can't say that. Lost 5 games and saying it's depressing. Utter woke nonsense. That is the definition of utter woke nonsense. It really, really is. When was the last time you won a cup? Just to, I know you're trying to take the mick, but just to put it slightly, even my dad wasn't born. To be honest, thinking of it, I don't even think me granddad was born. Just to put it slightly, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, the teams we can get: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Tottenham, Salford, Dagenham and Redbridge, Tamworth, Bromley, who are in League 2 now. Come on, lads, let's go on to the next slide. Okay, are we just not going to go on to the next slide? No, we're not. Okay, but finally, they are putting the balls into the bag now. Let's get that one out early before anyone makes any jokes. Dion Dublin's getting the job done here. Good lad. I think that's Mark Hughes next to him as well. Former Man City, Stoke City manager, I believe. 1955, unless you count the Intertoto Club. Top tier waffling, it really is. Number 36 is up first. Sorry, I'm going to have to move the thing there. Southampton at home. Right, we do not want this one. Not because it's 39. It's not us. Swansea City, okay. So we are number 26, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Number 26. We are coming up now. Number 2, Arsenal. We don't want this one. 26, by the way, lads and lasses. 23, it's not us, it's Manchester United. That's very, very good. Very, very good. Arsenal versus Man United is the second one that's drawn. Coming up. 47, Phil Foden's number, but it's not our number, unfortunately. Exeter City, I certainly wouldn't mind that one, lads and lasses. 29, not far from us. It's Exeter versus Oxford. Alright, potentially could get them in the next round. Number 48, just after 47, right? What in the voodoo's going on here? Okay. Leyton Orient versus, yet again, we're 26. 13, that is Leyton Orient versus Derby County. The editor of this thumbnail is a Derby County fan. He's a very good lad and a very good mate. Number 62, the year my dad was born. That is Reading against number 8, Burnley. Reading against Burnley. Yet again, these draws are looking quite nice for Newcastle, like, out of the 2 teams that's coming out of them. Next up, Aston Villa. I know they're on bad form, but I wouldn't mind avoiding them. Number 43, West Ham United, lads and lasses. Southampton versus Swansea. I wouldn't mind any of these. Like, these draws are coming up nicely. Number 27, Norwich. It's one after us. Norwich will play number 6, Brighton. Right, I'm glad we've avoided Brighton. Quite a good team. I just want to see Sunderland. I want to see Sunderland. Number 22, Man City. Right, lads, lock in. It's Man City at home, by the way. Man City's at home. 45, it's not us. Versus Salford City. Oh my God, you couldn't make it up. These lot get absolutely everything going there. We are. I'm telling you now. Number 25, who is it? Getting very close to our ball here, by the way. Millwall. Millwall versus number 50. Dagenham and Redbridge. Fair enough. Up next, number 20, Liverpool. I'm not going to say a word. 51, it's not us. Whew. Right, okay. Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley. Oh my god. Manchester City get Salford and Liverpool get Accrington Stanley. You can't write this up, you know, lads and lasses. What's going on here? What, just get like Chelsea away or something? Or I don't even know. Who else is left? Chelsea away. Watch it happen. Next up, Bristol versus Wolves. Apart from Liverpool and Man City, by the way, these are going quite nicely to like even it up. Preston North End's up next. They take on 46, which isn't us. Okay, they take on Charlton Athletic. These are coming on nicely. Number 10, Chelsea. Didn't say I've jinxed us here. Do not say I've jinxed us here. 59, thank the Lord. Oh my god. My heart was in my mouth there. Chelsea versus Morecambe. Are you joking me? Number 24, it's getting close to us, but it's not us, unfortunately. Middlesbrough. Potentially a little rivalry here. Versus number 4, Blackburn. Okay. Middlesbrough versus Blackburn, fair enough. But lads and lasses, Man City versus Salford. Bournemouth up here, by the way. Man City versus Salford. Liverpool against, who was it? Accrington Stanley. And Chelsea against Morecambe. God's sake, man. 42. Bournemouth will play West Bromwich Albion. Why are these going up so nicely? Something's bound to go wrong here. Number 55. That is Mansfield Town. Watch the, I bet Sunderland comes up here. Number 64. Wigan Athletic. Right, I said Sunderland, so I would jinx it. Thank the Lord. Number 53 is Tamworth in the National League, by the way. In the National League, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect chance for Newcastle to slip up here, by the way, if it's away. Tamworth will play Tottenham. Right, so I don't want to jinx us here, but that's just about the big boys left out of the Premier League. I think it's just us, Leicester, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace and Brentford left, I think. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. Hull City are at home to number 61. That's far from us. Far from us. Doncaster Rovers, okay. Number 38. Could that be Sunderland? Right, oh my god, please. It's not Newcastle. It's Stoke. However, nah, the only time I want Sunderland to win, man. Right, okay. There'll be no time in We Are Derby in the FA Cup. Third round this season. Unfortunately, like last season, they play Stoke at home. So, you know, they should win that game, lads and lasses. I'm going to be quite honest. They should win that game. Now, though, we will find out who will play. And Brentford are the hardest team left. And they are up at home now. Are we going to get Brentford? Fingers crossed not. No. Plymouth. They're playing Plymouth. Come on. Right. Any team we get here, we really should be the favourites, by the way, unless it's Fulham. Fulham are the hardest team left, apart from ourselves. We are the hardest team left in there by a long shot, as I can see on the thing now. Coventry will play against Sheffield Wednesday. Yet again, Newcastle are number 26. And number 26 has been drawn. We are at home, ladies and gentlemen. It's a home draw. There's still League 2 Bromley in there, by the way. Bloody hell. Feel sorry for whoever they play. And we've drawn League 2 Bromley. Yeah, there's no way, lads and lasses. Right. Newcastle United have just drawn the lowest league opposition team that's left in the competition. Newcastle United will play League 2 Bromley. Right, look, now, do you know what it is? I'm not going to get my hopes up because this is the most Newcastle United thing to chuck up in our faces. But, yeah, on second thought, Has someone rigged this draw, lads and lasses? Look, I'm putting the superstitions out the way. We should absolutely batter Bromley. But has someone rigged this draw? Liverpool's at home to Accrington Stanley. Chelsea's at home to Morecambe. Man City's at home to Salford. And we're at home to Bromley. What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Is the BBC rigging this here so the big teams get through? I'm joking, but look. However, you've got to favour us in that game. It's the most Newcastle United thing ever. Just imagine this. You've supported a team who's got Sandro Tonali, Alexander Isak, thanks for the gifts, Bruno Guimaraes, Sven Botman, Joe Linton, the list goes on. Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall. You know, fans are cautious against playing against a League Two side at home. If that's not the most Newcastle United thing ever, I really don't know what is. But look, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I fancy our chances in that one, and I'm praying to the gods that I don't get scammed out of a cup scheme like I did in the Carabao Cup. Bromley at home, man. You can't ask for much more than that, lads and lasses. I mean, they were non-league last season. You've heard it here first. Biggest jinx has just made Newcastle United get knocked out of the cup. Oh my god. I can see it happening now. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look at the draws at the end of this, by the way. But Newcastle United will play Bromley. I really do back that, lads and lasses. Yet again, if I've missed any sort of gifts or anything, or any messages in the TikTok live, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. But we are live on the YouTube one. Are you going to the Liverpool game on Wednesday? Yes, I am, Will, mate. Of course I am. Season ticket holder. Bromley at home, haha. We'll take that. Of course we will. MJ Verby says, around what date will these games be? It's just about different every year, but naturally and regularly, you know what football's like. It swaps every single season. These games do get played in January, just like the one against the Mackhams did last season. But yeah, it regularly is in January. My God, a home draw. Hi, Anna. First time we've been given a freebie. Thank you very much for jinxing us 2-0. We've now lost because I'm joking, but look. Yes, we really should win. Mr. Jellybean says 5-0 to Bromley. I'm loving the confidence, mate. I do appreciate that. Josh, do you play Dress to Impress with your bat? Yeah, that's enough, mate. I do appreciate that, though. Anyways, all lads and lasses, the FA Cup third round draw is finalised. Let's wait till BBC finally, I mean... Oh, sorry, the screen did thing again because I'm on 10% battery. But let's finally see, as the BBC Sport have finalised it. This is the draw, ladies and gentlemen. The final draws of the FA Cup. Southampton will play Swansea, of course, the first team that's mentioned are at home. Arsenal will play Man United, very good game. Exeter against Oxford United. Leyton Orient against Derby County. Reading against Burnley. Villa against... Just went off the screen. Chaz, BBC. Jesus. It gives 2 seconds there, lads. Millwall against Dagenham and Redbridge. Liverpool against Accrington Stanley. Bristol City. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Right, lads. I know attention spans are going down with like TikTok and all that sort of stuff, but taking the draws off 2 seconds after, you know, you've put it on the screen doesn't really help my case here. Yeah, I'm trying to let people know the FA Cup draw. Come on, cut us some credit, please, but okay. We better not lose to an EFL side like we did in 2022. Yeah, let's not have a repeat of that, shall we? We really don't want that, do we, mate? I'm bringing a sign for Hall and Tino when we play Liverpool. I mean, you've been getting lucky with them. Did Tino put your letter on his story? I mean, that's absolutely fantastic, that, by the way. That is brilliant, that. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you all joining, and I will see you tomorrow for a YouTube video, not a YouTube live. Trust me, I've got something up our sleeve. We have been linked with a centre-back, and by the way, don't get chucked off, thrown off, he actually is quite good. We've been linked with a centre-back from Uzbekistan. Just trust me, stay tuned for tomorrow, it's quite a weird one. Yet again, if you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. It's been great seeing you all, and yet again, see you tomorrow. Probably at 5 o'clock. You can bet your money on it, lads and lasses. But nevertheless, you will see a video. So thank you very much for joining. I've been Geordie Josh. Go and enjoy your